welcome back to Matinee Prices. This is part 2, I never really said the title. Was it Girl Power or?
We'll call it Kevin Smith, because he's inspired. He inspired this two episodes.
Yeah, these 2 episodes were inspired by us going to see Kevin Smith this past week. We're not going to recap. We're just assuming you saw part 1. If not, screw you. You should be watching part 1. If you're watching part 2 without seeing, it's like watching Police Academy 2 without seeing Police Academy. Was like, what are you, freaking stupid? You're not gonna be able to follow the plot. Like, why is Mahoney, like, what's the guy with the voices? Who's this Mahoney character? You're gonna be lost.
You totally do not need to see the first one to watch Police Academy.
You totally do.
You don't.
Would be lost.
You don't.
You would be lost.
No, you're lost if you're going to see Police Academy 1 or 2. We've seen
you're
like
lost.
several times.
You're lost if you've seen Police Academy. If you saw Police Academy 1, you're like, I can't wait for the sequel. You're like ringing it. Yeah.
Save some for the sequel.
Give it to me.
Oh,
God. So I just said we weren't going to recap, but now I'm going to recap. Last week we were talking about how Yoga Hosers was made because Kevin Smith felt like there wasn't enough movies to take his daughter to.
12-year-old daughter.
12-year-old daughter.
Right.
But now she's like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
But teenage daughters. Like, there's tons of movies for boys out there of all ages, and we're cool with that because we're boys. We grew up watching this like. But as men, I feel like we kind of took it for granted that most of the movies were kind of geared towards us. And so...
Well, not me necessarily, because I am also African-American.
He's African-American.
So that's a whole separate...
They were geared...
Different list of problems.
Yeah, they were geared more for him than they were for women, and they were geared more for me than they were for him.
Yeah.
Because most of them had... Because you're
Nicely
talking...
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're talking, Bill and Ted, Wayne and Garth, all the kind of clerks, all the talking about... Yeah, they're all white people.
And Good Burger. But
Good Burger. I could watch Good Burger every day and not get sick of that movie.
Oh, wow.
I freaking love Good Burger. That movie is awesome.
Meanwhile, I haven't been able to sit through the entire thing. Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
I mean,
it's got Abe Vigoda and George Clinton.
And I love Abe Vigoda. But I'm watching Good Burger, and I'm watching it, and then I'm like, all right, I can't watch this anymore. It was just never my... I didn't watch... you
didn't watch Kenan Kel
Kenan
or all
Kel.
that?
I didn't watch all that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just... just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
So...
Well...
But still...
But you see what you're saying.
Kenan Kel versus, all the others.
Yeah, if you're... but like I was saying, like if you're a guy and that's kind of your mindset... There are tons of movies like that for you. Tons. And he was talking about how there wasn't a whole lot of that stuff for
There's
his
not
daughters.
tons for girls or their daughters.
But on the way home from seeing Kevin Smith, Huru and I were talking about this, and we were like...
Before we even got in the car.
We were talking about, like, well, he's right, but if you really dig and look, there are a lot of really good movies out there for girls... Young girls, women,
have that representation
of all ages. Yeah. So basically, this is going to be a special episode. We're not going to review or talk about like one or two or three different movies.
We will a little bit, but
we're just going to rattle off a bunch of movies,
hammer out a list.
And if you're a female of any age group, we're going to give you something that you can watch. And if you're a parent and you've got a young girl, we're going to give you a movie that maybe you haven't seen, maybe you haven't heard of, or maybe your daughter's never seen. We're going to help you out. Because this show is all about turning people on to good movies.
This is what the show is. This is what we did.
If you've seen it,
you know it's what we freaking do.
But this show is for the ladies.
Girl power.
Girl power. Femme fatale, whatever you want to call it. Yep. Just giving it up for the ladies. I did not mean for that to sound as creepy.
Phrasing. Are we still doing that?
Are we not still doing phrasing anymore?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Yeah, we've covered a lot of topics and genres on this show. We've even touched on some kids movies.
You guessed right. We're both single.
And yeah, shocker, right? If we weren't, we probably wouldn't be doing this.
No, he would be here. I would not be here.
Yeah, but
I would phone it in literally.
So we were both tasked each other with the challenge of like saying, let's just come up with as many different movies for girls. It could be any age group, but the criteria had to be like a female-centric movie. It can't be like there's a man and a woman and they're co-stars. There can be men. There's going to be a lot of movies with men in them.
Right.
But these are movies that they star women. They're about women. Some are written and directed by women. So when we say this for the ladies, this for the friggin' ladies.
And granted, it's for everybody. Because
a lot of these movies,
we've seen nearly every single movie that we're about to shoot to you. So it's not just for them, but we're saying it features them. We're trying to highlight them. We're trying to. Why did this switch off again when I just told it not to after half an hour?
So basically, it was us like taking Kevin Smith's challenge, and saying, "Nah, like you made a good point.
You made a good point, and there is a dearth,
so much. But it's not even.
This is what we did. It was like you would have to dig to find them, and that's what we did.
We took out our shovels and our spelunking gear and our helmet cams, and we did some shoveling.
Yeah, there's some, like he was saying. If it has mostly female, we're sort of female-centric or dominant. If there's two, we'll see if it's, the light was shared equally. So, case in point is an example, and these are some for the more older ladies, women. I was saying the Alien series, because Sigourney Weaver, she sort of revolutionized. Yeah. She just turned everything on the head with her two performances in the first two.
But she's basically the only woman in those movies.
Right.
She's the star.
She's the star, and people have written essays and thesis papers on her performance. So I would say the first two Alien movies, but not the rest. Likewise for the first Terminator movie, both of those are Michael. Well, not both of them are Cameron, but Cameron did Aliens, the sequel, and then did Terminator. We would suggest and recommend the first one, but not the second one. He did both of them, but the first Terminator, not the second one, because once you get to the second one, it's just as much about Arnold and Edward Furlong. Yeah. So the first one.
So they're kind of like three co-stars of that.
Right. Yeah. So we would recommend for this list and this show the first one, but for let's say Kick-Ass. Is more recent. The second one. Because that one focuses more on Hit Girl than the first one did.
Yeah.
Because the first one obviously focuses
on
her
big fight at the end, she's fighting another woman. Like the big bad in the movie.
The big bad in the movie, she's awesome.
She's big and bad.
So awesome.
Yeah. Mother Russia.
My goodness. Yeah. But so I'll let Cameron start it off and do like
your one-on-one.
Do your young ones.
Some movies for the preteen girls out there and for the parents of. We got Coraline, great stop motion animation movie, trippy, little spooky, but right there. Matilda, based on the Roald Dahl book. Danny DeVito is in there, and he also directed it. It's great. I would throw the original and the remake of Freaky Friday in there. Those are both really good. You can dig those. Hairspray, Labyrinth. 9 to 5.
Yeah, 9 to 5 is the. I put that one as transition.
Okay, I was okay. It is adult. But it is PG. Yeah, you're right. No. Yeah. So, forget I said that.
We'll say it later.
Some of the works of Hayao Miyazaki, such as Kiki's Delivery Service, Spirited Away, and Princess Mononoke. Now and Then, really good coming of age. It's right there for like the 10, 12, 13-year-old girls. It's a kind of a period piece set in the 60s. Christina Ricci, Gabby Hoffman, really good. But most of the movies I watch are rated R, and they're really creepy. So when we get to the adult stuff, I'm going to have a laundry list. So now I'm going to...
Well, that's weird, because I'm also dark and creepy. In fact, I'm actually... I'm darker than you.
But I saw your list, and I had such a hard time... I had such a hard time coming up with, like, my 12 or 13.
Right, but you said you had a hard time coming up with it because you're dark and creepy.
Yeah.
I'm actually darker, and some would even say because of that creeper, if you're racist. And I came up with a lot more.
Yeah, and honestly, I looked at his list, and every, like, 90% of the ones that he lists, the cat, I was like, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? So, all the ones that he's going to recommend, I'm with him too.
So, let's start out. We got some Disney stuff in here, but I was very picky about the Disney stuff because it's Disney. So not all the princesses and all this, we know about that. The ones who sort of took charge and were having at it. So I had Mulan, Brave, and of course Frozen. Mulan, Frozen, Annie, of course.
Annie, I kicked myself when I forgot
and just about any version. There's what, like 12, 15 versions of
Yeah.
Annie. So
I'd say the original with Tim Curry and Carol Burnett.
And that's mine. But there are tons.
But they're all
so
good.
just get one.
They're all good.
Secret of Nymph. Do not come in between me and Secret of Nymph. I'm not lying. Mrs. Brisby, and you could see, well, like,
do not sleep on Don Bluth, mofo.
Oh my goodness, just and the Stone and Nicodemus and whatever. Don't Secret. I'll be honest. Most of these movies, she just needs to. Whoever it is, the person in your life, you watching it. You need to see these.
Just real quick.
So we don't come over there and punch you in the nose.
Real quick. If Walt Disney is the Beatles, Secret of Nim is the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, yeah.
Or Don Bluth.
Yeah.
Don Bluth is the Rolling Stones.
So, Escape from Witch Mountain, and there was a remake with The Rock, which is pretty cool too. But then, like, there's an original from was it 80s? It was early 80s.
And then they did Return to Witch Mountain.
And then they did Return to Witch Mountain.
I think it was like the 70s or 60s.
Was it the 70s?
Yeah, because the guy from Green Acres was in it.
Oh, Green Acres. Oh,
yeah, I think Eddie.
Okay, so Adventures in Babysitting, which is your perfect sort of.
That's right on the cusp.
Right on the cusp.
There's like, a couple of F-bombs.
There's a couple of F-bombs, but it's perfect. Like, you can see it as they're getting older. So let's say like 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe 9, 10, 11.
If you're 9 or 10, if you're cool with them hearing a couple of F words, but they've heard them.
Parent Trap, you said Parent Trap. Eloise, you said Eloise.
I said Freaky Friday.
You said Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
okay,
Parent Trap. Good job.
Coraline, you said. Aquila and the Bee. Just come on now, Aquila. If you haven't heard about, because it's not that. What is it? 6 years old.
Well, we had the Vizar.
We had it at Vizar, so 6 or 7. Yeah, because it was right at the
fairly recent. It's a good movie. Really good.
Mary Poppins. Come on, Mary Poppins. Just whatever. Triplets of Bellevue. No, Belleville.
Bellevue is a mental hospital.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Belleville.
Either way, because it's a crazy movie.
It could be Bellevue.
It's animated, and it's 3 old women.
It's a French animated
film.
Wackiness.
And it is gorgeous. So good. It's so good. Kiki's Delivery Service. Spirited Away. When Marnie Was There, which we've actually reviewed. I reviewed it. Serafina, starring Whoopi Goldberg, about a young girl in Africa trying to bring hope to her family and land. Persepolis, right there on the cusp. It's also animated. It's listed as PG-13.
It's Iranian animation, really good.
It's really good, sort of a good coming of age. And right around 12 or 13 is when you're coming of age.
That also won the Oscar.
Yeah,
I know it was nominated.
Yeah. Clueless, Mean Girls. That was like, those two was actually kind of comparing to Yoga Hosers. Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, he said. Beast of the Southern Wild. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I said Persepolis. Hunger Games, although there's a lot of violence in there, just Jennifer Lawrence. You can't, you're not escaping that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Grandma. Grandma is very recent. It's Lily Tomlin as the grandma.
Sam Elliott?
And
Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott's in it. But it's about her and her teenage daughter.
Right.
And they're riding around and they've got like a specific task to do, and it's a buddy picture, really, is what it is.
So you'll see that a lot.
And it's awesome. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tomb Raiders. So if you're getting to like we were talking Indiana Jones earlier, like how old were you when you saw Indiana Jones?
Right.
And that's sort of if you're getting into like the stuff for guys and the stuff for girls, and we were young when we saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. And you could make an argument, it was like maybe we were too young to see, dudes, rotten corpses with skulls and spikes through their heads and melting whether they be Nazis or not, just melting faces and stuff like that. Yeah, tons of violence, people getting shot up, but yet it's almost a rite of passage when it's coming as a. But Tomb Raider, same thing. There's violence there, and not nearly as much.
Oh God, no.
But Angelina Jolie, there you go. She's awesome.
All right.
Playing an awesome female character. Maleficent, again, Jolie. Harold and Maude. You said Labyrinth and also Spirited Away. A League of Their Own.
Had that one.
Yep. Tomorrowland. Alice in Wonderland. The Wiz. The Wizard of Oz. I mean, come on. These are standards. What's not quite a standard, there is a... I'll do some animated stuff. There's a Wonder Woman animated movie. Come on, it's Wonder Woman. What more needs to be said?
Yeah.
Justice League, which I've talked about before. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. It's a TV series, so not a movie. And there is a lot of guy stuff in there. There's the Flash, there's Superman, there's Batman. The stuff that Kevin Smith was talking about.
Yep.
It was like, oh, I'll take him to see all these movies. But the female representation in this series cannot be ignored or denied, and is flipping awesome.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, Vixen when you get to Unlimited, Black Canary, Huntress, ROD, which is now we're getting back in the Japanese animation. It stands for Read or Die, and it is two female lead driven and a friend of hers, and I kind of want to go into I might just review this on another show.
Hurry up! I want to get
okay.
We've got 20 minutes here,
and that's that's my young list, entry level list.
Okay.
So, go ahead, go with
so I got some kind of middle of the road stuff. I got Adventures in Babysitting, Dick, which is probably the closest thing to Yoga Hosers. Dick is so good. Two teenage girls. It presupposes that two teenage girls are responsible for the Watergate thing.
Richard Nixon.
They're for bringing down Nixon.
Richard Nixon, which is why it's called Dick.
Yeah.
So don't...
Kirsten Dunst, Michelle Williams, great supporting cast. Will Ferrell, Bruce McCullough, one of Ryan Reynolds' very first performances. Terry Garr, great movie. 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Nice.
Classic 80s, Sarah Jessica Parker and Helen Hunt and Shannon Doherty.
Title says it all.
Great movie. It's a dance movie. It's really good. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, but you'll dig it.
Yeah.
Drop Dead Gorgeous. I mean, a couple here that are rated R. Yeah. Drop Dead Gorgeous is a bit vulgar.
Yeah, save the R for later.
Yeah. But Mystic Pizza.
Nice.
Julia Roberts, Lily Taylor. One of my favorite underrated 80s movies, Shag, with Phoebe Cates and Bridget Fonda and Annabeth Gish, who from X-Files.
Yeah.
It's set in the 60s, and a bunch of girls are graduating from high school, and they go to Myrtle Beach just to have one last wild time. And one of them enters a shag contest. That's why it's called Shag.
Okay.
And it is
Shag.
really, really good, underrated. It's set and filmed in Myrtle Beach, so North Carolina. You know, if you've been to Myrtle Beach, you'll see a lot of stuff you recognize. And so that's it for my little middle of the... I would also hit Clueless and Saved and some of these more classic movies that Huru already touched on. When I get to the rated R stuff, I'm going to have a lot to tell you guys. So back to Huru.
So I'll go through mine really quick, or as fast as I can. He said 9 to 5 already. Sin Nombre, a young Hispanic girl chronicling her travels trying to get across the border to America. Really good. Jennifer's Body. Yeah, it's Amanda Seyfried. And of course, what's her name with the thumbs?
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles, who I'm not a big fan of. But
honestly, Blake,
if this show, if we're talking about sort of like girls, kick-ass girls, girl power, female, so then not Transformers.
She was in Transformers.
I know, but we're not
Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox. But if we're talking about this is what this show's about, this subject. And it's underrated. Jennifer's Body.
And it was written by a woman.
Yeah, it was written by a woman.
Diablo Cody.
Ghost in the Shell, another Japanese animation. Hannah, action flick.
So 2 thumbs up for Hannah.
Oh my god, so
Saoirse Rowan and Kate.
Amelie, which we reviewed the library episode. Run Lola Run. Karate Girl and High Kick Girl, these are a sort of Japanese answer to Karate Kid. At least Karate Girl was, and then High Kick Girl was a sequel. They're basically the same thing.
Nice.
Cool. Also guilty pleasure. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, which we've already done. Girl Walks Home Alone. Diary of a Teenage Girl. This is one of those, like the definition of transition, because it's about a teenage girl, and it's girl-centric. Kristen Wiig's in it. She's awesome. But there's some definite adult stuff going on
Yeah.
here. So leave that up to you whether they're mature enough to handle this sort of thing. I think it's a cool story, and it's a teen book. It's based on a teen book. But that's up to you whether you want to how you want to tackle that one. Sister Act, Whoopi Goldberg. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Kat Dennings. Carrie and Firestarter, Stephen King adaptations.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And Miss Congeniality, kick it back over to Cameron as he does the more adult, mature-oriented part of our list.
Okay, so this is for like your girls are maybe juniors or seniors in high school, or maybe these are just for you. Maybe there's just some grown women out there, and I'm going to give you a lot of movies that I love, and these are all not for the kids or not for the young. Heavenly Creatures, Peter Jackson, Kate Winslet's first big movie.
Yeah.
Spy and The Heat, both directed by Paul Feig and starring the lovely Melissa McCarthy.
Right on.
We've got Tank Girl.
Tank Girl.
Lori Petty and Naomi Watts.
Classic.
Based on a comic book. Ice-T is in there. Can't beat Tank Girl. Pan's Labyrinth.
That is an acquired taste, though.
Directed by the wonderful Guillermo del Toro. Won a boatload of Oscars. Pan's Labyrinth is the definition of a beautiful film.
You know about Pan's Labyrinth. You just probably forgot about it.
Or maybe you haven't seen it in a while, or maybe
we just reminded you. That's
Freeway. Freeway.
Ooh, nice.
A dark, crazy take on
Jennifer Lopez?
No.
Which one?
Reese Witherspoon.
That's
Kiefer
right.
Sutherland.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a dark take on Little Red Riding Hood. And Kiefer Sutherland's the big bad wolf.
U-Turn.
That's
what I was thinking.
U-Turn.
U-Turn.
This was Reese Witherspoon's last movie before she became like the biggest star in the world. Like right after this, she did Election and then everything else. But this was like her last movie when no one knew who she was.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah. Heathers. There's like an entire subgenre of movies we wouldn't have if it weren't for Heathers. There'd be no Mean Girls. There'd be no Juno.
I'll be honest. I will say this. The adult this part that we're doing right now, if I could narrow it down to like 2 movies, it would be, because my favorite movie is Aliens. I would say the first Alien with Sigourney Weaver and Heathers. I would like
everything
cut
else
it off
could
of
just
that.
come from there.
Yeah.
I've also got Ghost World. Fantastic movie.
Right on. Scarlett Johansson.
The Craft. Just dirty, gross horror movie is so good. Muriel's Wedding. That's not a horror movie, oddly enough. It's like I've just named up a bunch of crazy stuff. Muriel's Wedding is just a really sweet Australian comedy. Toni Collette's first big movie.
Right.
Bad Girls, underrated western with Drew Barrymore and Madeline Stowe, and Firestarter, Rachel Getting Married, and the classic Cujo. A mom protecting her son from a vicious killing machine. That is a dog with rabies. But that's the movie. A woman is just trying to protect herself and her son.
So me, on my end, I've already mentioned Aliens 1 and 2, Terminator, Kick-Ass, Columbiana, Zoe Saldana, Domino, Keira Knightley,
Great movie.
Winter's Bone, Jennifer Lawrence, The Sessions, that's Helen Hunt, Some Girls, which is Kristen Bell, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And there are several of those movies that you could sort of pick around, but that's the one where Zhang Ji really had like a focus. She even has her own like personal fight scene, classic fight scene in a restaurant where she just kicks ass.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And Michelle Yeoh.
And Michelle Yeoh. Right, with Michelle Yeoh. Red Sonja. You know,
Brigitte.
The Assassin Next Door. Foreign film. It's a woman who's got to make her way to pay for her child by being an assassin. It's freaking awesome. Angela, Luc Besson, Fifth Element, and The Professional, Leon the Professional. This is nothing like those. The characters are male. This female who may or may not be an angel, because it's kind of Angel A. And Paris. That's the third character. Awesome. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. La Femme Nikita, classic cult that's been remade. Point Break, The Assassin here in America. Watch it. Bitch Slap, Exploitation, more exploitation.
Point of no return.
Yeah, point of no return. Yeah.
Bridget Fonda.
Jackie Brown, Tarantino, inspired by Foxy Brown, which is why both starred Pam Grier. Underworld, Resident Evil, Ultraviolet. Let's see, Sicario, Long Kiss Goodnight. Freaking been sitting back here behind us the entire time. Gina Davis. Don't even Samuel Jackson, but Gina Davis.
Don't sleep on that.
Oh, don't. Come on. It said the Tomb Raiders. The To-Do List. Audrey Plaza. Salt. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Jolie again. The Descent. Anaconda and Out of Sight is two. I'm not a huge fan of Jennifer Lopez.
Out of Sight's awesome.
But out of those two, yeah, this is where you couldn't deny. Thelma and Louise. I'm not even going to say anything else. You just need to see it. Whoever it is watching this and you're making a list for
Thelma
and Louise.
We got 2 minutes.
Just shut up. Jumpin' Jack Flash, Whoopi Goldberg. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Something else they also need to see, but definitely when they're older. Hello, My Name is Doris. Sally Field. Silence of the Lambs. Basically in the same category as Thelma and Louise. Got to see it. The Net. The Heat. Obvious Child. Juno. Short Term 12. Final Girls. And I didn't know where to put Sucker Punch.
I just realized I forgot a couple off my list. Set It Off, starring the wonderful Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett. And Double Dare, which is an amazing documentary about females in the stunt industry. It's about stunt women. And Zoe Bell.
Yes.
It was basically her doing this. It was followed her getting cast as Uma Thurman's stunt double in the Kill Bill movies.
And The Hunting Ground.
So good. And The Hunting Ground.
The Hunting Ground, which was
different.
A lot different, but like about college campuses around the world, around the country, but done by 2 women from UNC Chapel Hill.
And a lot of it was from here.
And so there's a lot.
It's not going to make you happy. It's not like, yeah, this movie was sort of Chapel Hill. I'm proud.
Yeah, well, it does. But I am proud that they made it.
Yeah, but
it was a tough subject matter, and they tackled it with courage and aplomb and dedication. So hats off to them. And that's something else you probably should see.
Yeah. So we just gave you a lot of movies. Kevin Smith, you're responsible for this. Hopefully you'll get to see this at some point, and we just gave you a laundry list of movies that you can watch with your daughter.
I want to hear from Kevin Smith.
No matter what age she is.
I want to hear what he says.
So
and
Kevin,
Johnny Depp too. Go ahead.
Show somebody get this to Kevin Smith.
Somebody, holler at us. I want to see what you say.
Exactly.
Give me a shout out.
Give us a shout out. Yeah. Put us on Twitter or something.
And don't make it short. Don't be like, good job or anything. Just say something. Yeah. Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Is it still rolling?
I don't know.
Have we been talking to a freaking dead camera this entire time?
We got less than a minute, so let's say our goodnights.
I mean, we're serious about this. Look, we got Queen Bee on the mug.
I got Lucy.
We got Lucy. I got freaking Sigourney Weaver in the alien shirt here.
A cookie.
You got. It does say I love you. Yeah. So there's love there, but we're not messing around.
We're not messing around.
We don't mess with us.
We mean this, and we want the ladies to be represented just like the men. So. Tune in next week.
Stop! Don't point. It's
too aggressive.
Yeah.
Tune in next week. Hugs for everyone. We love you.
Yeah.
Come back and see us. I just pointed again.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's my trademark.
I can't love. I'm emotionally, unattached. And not there. Yeah, I see you.
It's the Baxter Show.
It's the Baxter Show.